Welcome, freshmen. Today we will review some of our academic policies. If you have any questions, you should contact Mrs. O'Sullivan, your academic counselor. I'm Mrs. Conklin, the Assistant Head of School for Academics. These are your graduation requirements. At each bullet point, you'll see the department or subject, the years of the courses you are required to take, and the credits earned for each course. You'll take English and religion each year, for instance. Each year you will have more academic choices based on your strengths and interests. Next year you'll take health and wellness. Some of you may also choose to take your first advanced placement class next year. Others will add an elective. Your counselor will help you register for your classes each year, and she'll make sure that you meet our graduation requirements. Our grading scale is likely different from the one that you had in middle school. This is the scale for each of your classes. You should view the grade weights for each of your classes in PowerSchool or check your classroom expectations. This is how we figure out your grade point average. You can also review this in your student handbook. Let's take a look at our makeup and work and testing policies. Each teacher will explain to you their makeup work and makeup testing policies. It's important that you always email your teachers when you are absent to set a new due date if your work is not turned in on time. If you have a planned absence, for instance for a game or a doctor's appointment, you should email your teachers ahead of time. You must make up your tests and quizzes in the library or with your teacher. If you do not take your test or quiz within 2 days of missing it, you may receive a 0. It's your responsibility. Final exams are a ways off, but we wanted to make sure that you know that all students are required to be present for final exams. You must get approval from me to take them at a different time from the published schedule. An academic grievance is when you disagree with your grade your teacher has assigned. This details how to handle that grievance. It's important that all students review this process. We hope that you will advocate for yourself. If you're unable to advocate for yourself and speak to your teacher about your grievance, please contact the counselor to have them set up a meeting for you. Mercy supports a collaborative environment in which students can share and debate ideas. At the same time, it's important for students to credit the original source of any information or opinions gathered. Therefore, Mercy expects all students to create and turn in their own work. Students who cheat or plagiarize do not meet the expectations of academic integrity at Mercy. Your English teacher will review ways for you to avoid plagiarism. This slide lists the possible consequences of an academic integrity violation. Let's review our academic probation, warning, and review policies. Academic review is an unofficial probationary status. Every 3 weeks we review your grades. Students who have an F or 2 Ds or more will go on academic review. The status only lasts for 3 weeks, and it's a chance for us to give you more academic support. We'll look at what that means in the next slide. Official academic warning is more serious. This status is reviewed at the end of each quarter. If you have an F or 2 Ds or more at the end of the quarter, you will be placed on academic warning. Our academic support team will meet with you to determine how we can help you improve your grades. The next status is academic probation. It's a status for students who have been on warning for 2 consecutive quarters. Students on probation may not participate in sports or extracurricular activities such as dances and clubs. At the end of next week, we will have our first 3-week grade check. Students with an F or 2 Ds or more will start lunch study. You'll hear more about this from your advisor and counselor. As you know by now, your iPad is an important tool for your education at Mercy. However, it's a privilege to use it, and you need to use it responsibly. You should not access any social media or messaging apps during class time. While you are allowed to have these apps on your iPad, all messaging updates and push notifications should be turned off. If you use any apps that are not approved by your teacher during class time, you may have your iPad taken away. Students who repeatedly misuse the iPad will have the privilege taken away. It's important that you learn how to self-monitor your iPad use. You know from your meeting with the dean that cell phone use is only permitted during lunch in the cafeteria and on the green. You may not have your cell phone in hand in any other location on campus during the school day. This includes the paths and the library. This slide is an extensive contact list, and we'll publish this to Schoology. You should keep a copy of this for your reference. Faculty and staff will return your emails or calls within 24 hours. Keep in mind that an issue that might seem urgent to you is not always urgent in reality. Be patient with response times within a 24-hour period. This slide gives you information about students experiencing a crisis outside of school. Most of you will not experience a crisis during your time here at Mercy, but we want you to know that if you do, our counseling team is here to support you in your transition back to school. That's it. If you have any questions, ask your advisor or counselor. We wish you a fantastic first year at Mercy.